Wellness for Life is brought to you by Sanford Health Clinic and Same-Day Surgery Center, Perham Area Community Center, Sally's Oils, Amy Lundberg, Fitness for the Soul, Gothenburg Chiropractic Clinic, Pelican Drug Health Mart, Mojave Ottawa Community Action Partnership.
Hi, we are back today at Pelican Drug in Pelican Rapids. I'm here today with Jenny Field, a pharmacist here, and we're going to talk about cholesterol. It's not exactly everyone's favorite topic, but Jenny has some great information to share with us. Jenny, what is cholesterol?
Well, cholesterol is a waxy substance in your blood, and it helps you absorb and digest fat. And cholesterol is important for building healthy cells in the body, but too much of it can be a problem. It can cause plaques in the vessels and clog it up, and which can eventually lead to heart attacks and strokes and other heart problems.
Okay, how do I know if I have high cholesterol?
Well, the only way to really find out is with a blood test. So you can go to your doctor, it's just a simple blood test. They take a little bit of blood and they run it and you get a couple values back. There's 4 key values that you get. There's your overall total cholesterol, and then it breaks down and you get an HDL cholesterol, which is what they call your good cholesterol.
Okay.
And then you get your LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol, and then you also get a triglyceride level.
Okay, so what are normal or healthy levels of cholesterol?
Typically, your normal levels, they shoot for your total cholesterol under 200. Your HDL cholesterol is your good cholesterol, if you remember, and that one they want above 40 for men or above 50 for women. And then your LDL cholesterol, they shoot for under 100, and your triglycerides, they want less than 150.
Okay, so what can I do if I have cholesterol and I want to prevent having high cholesterol?
Well, your cholesterol is made up of kind of 2 different components. There's your genetic component, which you really can't change at all. It's your family history. If your parents had high cholesterol, you're more likely to get it. But there's your lifestyle changes that you can do, and that's what you can really change. So eating a healthy diet full of fruits and vegetables, keeping your fats low, exercising regularly, maintaining a healthy weight, and then not smoking.
Okay. What foods should I avoid if I have high cholesterol?
Foods to avoid are typically foods with trans fat, that are high in trans fat or high in saturated fat.
Okay.
So saturated fat comes from animal products. So red meat, eggs, full fat dairy products. You don't want to cut them out completely because they're good for you too, but you don't want to eat red meat and whole milk for every meal.
Okay, I got it.
And then trans fats are from packaged foods.
Okay.
So eating a lot of chips and cookies and all of the fun stuff we like to eat, limiting those is always good too.
Okay, so if I need to take some medications to treat my cholesterol, what kind of medications would I be looking at?
Typically there's one big class that they look at, and it's called the statins.
Okay.
Lipitor or atorvastatin, Crestor, rosuvastatin, and simvastatin or Zocor. Those are a couple that they use. Typically, those are the ones they start with. There are other classes of medications, but they're usually reserved for add-on therapy if you just need a little more boost.
Okay, so let's say I have high cholesterol. My doctor says I need some medication, but I'm stubborn and I don't want to take it. What's going to happen?
Well, you might not notice anything. You'd probably feel fine, but the plaques are going to be building in your arteries, and their vessels are going to be narrowing, and that can lead to chest pain and eventually lead to a heart attack or a stroke, and then it could lead to death. And
okay.
So it's a very important issue to get under control.
Absolutely. If I'm on medication, how long am I going to be on medication?
If you're going to be on medication, it's typically going to be lifelong. Cholesterol doesn't go away once you get it under control. You stop taking the medication, it's just going to go right back up to where it was. There are a few exceptions if you lose an extreme amount of weight and you make extreme lifestyle changes, but that's typically not the case. So typically it's going to be a lifelong therapy.
Okay. Well, this was a lot of great information. Maybe not everyone's favorite topic, like I said, but it's important information, and I thank you very much for sharing it with us.
Coming up on Wellness for Life.
Hello, we are here today on the Wellness for Life program. I am with David Gottenberg of Gottenberg Chiropractic Clinic of Pelican Rapids and Monaga. Our topic today is going to be talking about people's overall wellness. David, what are some different ways that you can measure a person's overall health and wellness?
What we do is we offer really two unique services. One is a questionnaire. We call it a symptom survey questionnaire. The other test we do is a screening test, and it's called a hair mineral analysis. And I guess the reason why we do these is in order to assess your wellness, we sometimes want to unearth underlying causes. In other words, there may be a certain therapy that you're using that may have little or no effect on the underlying cause.
Could you tell me a little bit about these services?
Sure. The first one we do is simple, and it's free. And it's what we call a symptom survey. And really what it does is it's a number of redundant questions that we ask you to answer the question based on the severity of a symptom. And when we're all done, we enter this information into a computer, and what's generated is a report that categorizes your health into different groups. For example, low functioning adrenal, cardiovascular, digestive. So we use this as a tool or a starting point to begin to lead us in the direction of what may be one of the underlying causes.
You had also mentioned the hair and mineral analysis. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. A hair tissue mineral analysis is a simple screening test that we use to measure the mineral content of your hair. In fact, it reveals or measures some 20 different minerals and toxic metals. In addition to that, it provides us with information about your body's biochemistry, so we can make predictions or, in some cases, assess your energy level, how you tolerate sugar, glandular activity, adrenals, thyroid, and your metabolic rate.
Okay, and how does that differ from conventional testing like blood tests and urine tests?
Blood and urine tests, while diagnostic, still provide us with a lot of good information about the body chemistry. However, they only evaluate the body fluid. Whereas a hair mineral is looking at the body chemistry of what's going on within the cell. That happens to be the hair.
How can you use that information?
The information, once we have it, is really quite valuable. We can do things like address mineral deficiencies or, in some cases, excesses, including toxic metals. We can use it to develop a diet that fits your type of lifestyle. And also we can use it to make sure that we find good vitamins and minerals that are compatible with your body's chemistry.
Who would benefit from having a test like that done?
Really anyone, but in particular those with a known illness where there is no explanation for the illness, or for those that where there is a known cause, but the therapy they've chosen hasn't been effective. And then really for anyone who wants to know whether or not their vitamin or mineral, their plan, how they supplement their diet, is it effective? Is it compatible with their body chemistry? And so when we get the results back, it comes back looking something like this, where again it reveals some 20 different minerals, including those metals that are considered toxic. The test is very, very sensitive. In fact, minerals or toxic metals that show up are about 12 times, this test is about 12 times as sensitive as blood work. And from a test like this, we can tell, looking at the calcium, magnesium, the electrolytes, and then your trace minerals, is what you're doing compatible to your body's chemistry.
What are some of the common causes of a mineral imbalance?
The most common cause would be an improper diet, such as overeating carbohydrates and sugar. It could be from medications, birth control, and in some cases, whether in your job or your hobby, you've exposed yourself daily to toxic metals or fumes. So those are some of the known causes.
Well, thank you very much, David. This all seems very interesting. I hear people all the time saying, oh, I just don't know what's wrong with me. It seems like this would be a great option for someone like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
If you have an interest in learning more about the symptom survey or the hair and mineral analysis, check out the website and get in contact with David Gottenberg of Gottenberg Chiropractic Clinic.
Thank you for watching Wellness for Life, brought to you by Sanford Health Clinic and Same Day Surgery Center, Perham Area Community Center, Sally's Oils, Amy Lundberg, Fitness for the Soul, Gottenberg Chiropractic Clinic, Pelican Drug Health Mart, Mojave Ottawa Community Action Partnership,